I being blind? It said the bell struck and then a room opened up and then a room never opened up. Just gonna do that for a second. So yeah, it's not lit up or anything. Oh. Yeah, there's loads of rooms. Fair enough. I must have just not tried any of the rooms that were open.
Well, you seem to know all about me, Mr. Stauf. But care to tell me about you and your magic? Well, this seems all rather trite. I'm not being me, Stauf. Well, I wonder what's inside here. Stauf's lovely assistant, perhaps?
It's the amazing shrinking hat. Never the dusty trail in, the fat man. Using his hat. What's you doing swanning about?
Must be a way to get that key.
Is that my voice?
There's a pressure-sensitive plate on the floor. classic magic hat. But things are not always what they seem in this place.
When Henry left the orphanage, he started moving from town to town, taking his puppets with him. He performed at county fairs and opened for many well-known magicians.
My dear Mr. Temple, I vividly remember seeing you perform amazing telepathic feats at many venues when I was younger.
That's cool.
Another hat locked inside a box. I get it, Stauf. You want me to play escape artist.
This is a really neat idea, by the way. Sorry, I remember there's fucking tables and stuff in front of me. Where's forwards? Here's forwards. Now we're thinking with portals. That is genuinely really cool. That is a puzzle like it's not the most complicated puzzle in the world, but it definitely is a puzzle I don't think I've seen before. You? No. What I like about it is that it is still my hand movement. Like it's obeying all the controls.
I can't believe I'm being fooled by such a simple game. There must be a trick to this.
Should be that one.
Every magician knows this game is rigged. Maybe the only way to beat it is to not play fair.
Right. Any more hints, game? Bird in a cage. Not really sure what to do with that. Oh. Yeah. Right, I've not said in a thing in a while, have I? Oh, hello. This is seventh guest. Sorry, I do not know when you sent that message. I should be checking for messages more often. Right, where is forwards? There's forwards. I could probably afford to move that. No, don't do that, John. That's just made it worse. This is forwards. Move that slightly. I don't know if I've got view anymore. That's a shame. Oh! Yes, they remade it. Sorry, they remade Seventh Guest in VR. I will say I had the option to select Seventh Guest in VR, and it had like 0 people on. So I put it on the original VR. The original Seventh Guest, I mean. But I was gonna replay the original Seventh Guest after playing this. I thought I'd do the VR one first. I'm curious if, you know, where's my magic tricks gone? Come back, magic hat. Let me do the trick. There you go. Where am I? I'm in Temple's bedroom. If I want help, I can get help. I've got to spend money. I'm not going to do that though. I'm assuming this is very different then. I'm not very far in it. Hang on. So, literally all I've done is you arrive on boat, you get given a magic lantern that makes cutscenes happen.
Edward?
Yeah?
We're so far from everything. And what about the rumors?
Eleanor, they're just that. They're rumors. Okay? Now shape up. We need to...
I've listened to something on this.
Stauf has spent his fortune wisely. Never mind the smell.
Bit dreary in here, don't you think? Martine, Burden, maybe you've seen me on Broadway.
Regrettably not. Brian Dutton, you're on business.
A colleague of Mr. Stauf's, that must be nice.
I've never met the man.
And then I went into this room.
I'm intrigued by his success.
My VR was definitely working better earlier. This room I've completed. So I'm assuming... you can't play with the puzzles after you've already done. This room was pretty simple. Although some of these puzzles seem kind of old school. That was like a lights out affair. That's a maze. I mean, that wasn't even a puzzle. That was just putting 3 plates down. But it was teaching me the systems. And then I got access to 4 rooms afterwards. which I should consider doing rather than just being stuck in the wizard's room. There's this room there. It seems like... Oh, okay, I might want to... It was definitely working better earlier. No, I've not played as the OG 7th guest. Sorry, I've not played the original game, no. It's something I've always wanted to play, an 11th hour, which is why I referenced it in the manual. And then suddenly they announced this coming out, and I was like, oh, I'll do that. I'll play the new one and then the old one. Because I didn't know what would cross over, and I thought it'd be interesting to do that way around. Normally, I would play the old one first. But the VR seemed very transformative. And also, it was quite cheap. It was like 15 quid. Which is a lot cheaper than Little Big Adventure that they've just remade. Okay. I don't intend to use the help system. But it does tell me what puzzle's in the room, which I do sort of appreciate, to be honest. Sticky trunk, all-seeing trunk, closed cabinet, and disappearing box. Disappearance box. Trunk, cabinet, and box. Trunk. Cabinet. Box? There's definitely a thing in there. Oh, hang on. That's not what I meant to do. Yeah, I'm not far enough to judge it. I've just finished Abduction in VR, and the actual VR implementation is a lot better in that game. But I will have to do more puzzles to know, because I'm a bit stuck now, but that's because I've just started it. But I'm not sure yet. But so far, yes. The only thing that's bad about it is that there's a little girl voice that comes along, and it's not spooky in the slightest. Okay, that's clearly important to something. A hole there. There's a hole there. Okay.
No, it's a classic magic hat. But things are not always what they seem in this place.
Haha! can lose there. Yeah, so I looked at some screenshots to wonder, because I was curious. I was like, oh, is it 1-to-1? No, it's a game that was made like in 1995 or something. Not 1995, whenever FMV. Yeah, it didn't have this much money. So this is really good. Like, I appreciate all that. Okay. I don't know if this is just not working. My VR setup, my desk is a really stupid shape. I need to put the scanners on the ceiling.
When Henry left the orphanage, he started moving from town to town, taking his puppets with him. He performed at county fairs and opened for many well-known magicians.
Oh, I'm in the UK. A place called Cornwall, right at the bottom. Oh. Oh, it's purple and green. Magic hat. There's a sword there and there's a sword there. I might come back to these. I'll check the other side as well. So I would have had to have used the hat. Get this. So I got the 2 keys from... There was a key there, and I needed the magic hat to get him. Huh. What's that? Oh, it's like Undying. Night of the Lupus. Everything's bunnies. Keller. Well, that's a suitcase. I don't think the suitcase does anything. There's the swan and the snake. But they're the traps that close these doors. If I lift up the suitcase. On the bed. Then that'll open up until I've pressed this. Prevents me from grabbing stuff. That's where I got the magic hat from. And the 4 puzzles I'm trying to do are the tricky trunk, the all-seeing trunk, the disappearing box, and the closed cabinet. I think that... Okay, the fact that the hat glues there, so this hat, it doesn't just like... If it does that by itself, so that's clearly the right position. Yes, yes. I'm very fond of them. It doesn't necessarily mean I'm very good at them, but... but yes. Ooh. I tell you what, I'm gonna come back to this. There's more doors available to me. I'll keep that open.
This is all so beautiful. Just like I used to have when I was younger. Is this part of Stauf's game, perhaps?
I play a lot of Final Fantasy. I've been starting... Hang on. Ooh, there's forwards. I should use the opportunity to mention that I tried to keep a schedule. It is Wednesday, so I can play anything I like on a Wednesday. But this is the things I'm currently playing. So I've started Metaphor, but I also have I've been trying to go for all the Final Fantasy games. That is to say, I have this ambition of completing all the Final Fantasy games, even the weird side games that probably don't count, apart from like the 11th one or possibly Crystal Chronicles. Pretty sure some of these games will be impossible or headache to stream. I'll see how I feel about those when I get to those particular games, I guess. But specifically, they all go on my YouTube channel. But yes, I play quite a lot. Where am I? Let's put the game back on. There we go. Actually, let's use this opportunity. Take a drink. I've never been able to use that outside of a Final Fantasy before, but you did mention JRPG, so I'm allowed to do it. I did, where's it gone? Is it still here? Oh no, it's not here. Mystic Quest I did play, because I tried, at first I was playing them in order. I quite like Mystic Quest. The whole gimmick of it, I don't know why I'm even trying to do my hair, it's going to look silly regardless. The whole gimmick of it being sort of like streamlined for Western audiences, it's got a kind of comical nowadays, obviously, but like some of the features are like 20 years ahead of the time because of that. Things like autosaves and things like that. Can I turn the light on? Yes, but it doesn't. Did that do anything? No, it didn't. Doesn't make any difference. Yeah, they were.
twisting and turning.
Don't really make much difference, does it? I don't know where I'm trying to go. Thank you very much for the follow. Just checking. Also, I should say hello, Callie Zenon. I appreciate that. Yeah, snail turned up on the screen. Right. I'm assuming she said life, so you go from. I play quite a lot of Sokoban games as well. Spooky face, man. There was a game called what was it called? A whole can of wormholes, and the developer who made it managed to come on stream, and that was fun. I liked. Let's do this one. What's this? What are you? Counting those. Ah! I assume I want her to win. Yeah, it's that's a great game as well. The whole gimmick of it is it's a sort of Sokoban stroke snake game, and every single level introduces essentially a new gimmick, like a new new gimmick to like how the snake worm thing works. Like on one level you learn that you can cut the snake by doing it's quite hard to describe without it being in front of me, to be honest, but I'd look it up if you're into Sokoban. He's just going to do 2. Is this winnable? I think 4 is bad, isn't it? Yeah, I can't win. I can never let it get to 4. He's just going to send it to 4, though. And he's going to do 1. Is it every 4? Oh yeah, yes. Sorry, I didn't explain very well. So, I've seen this game before other places. It's a push your luck game. So for there's 1, 2, 3 tabs we do each, and if you happen to take the skull, you lose the game. It's 4, 4, 4. I want 3. Okay, If I do 1, he's just going to do 3, which leaves it on 4. I don't know how you do this. Or if it's even possible. Because, yeah, he's always going to leave it. Might be the turn order. 3. He's gonna do 1. Okay. This doesn't seem winnable to me, but perhaps that's the point. Yes! So I was playing a game in Abduction. There's a YouTube video about it. It's called The Worst Puzzle in Any Video Game Ever. Because it's exactly the type of puzzle that would be in a, like a horror game on a door, and you'd be able to solve it but purely by vibes. Because it's an algorithmic game.
Come on. You're not even trying.
But because it's in a Myst game, you have to like use like you have to go across a loading screen to solve it, and it takes about an hour. It's very frustrating. Dear Miss Hine, we regret to inform you that your loan application to finance your hotel has been denied by a bank. I cannot read what that says because it's a VR game and my glasses aren't quite sharp enough. After careful consideration and review of your application, we've determined that we are unable to extend the credit that you have requested. While we understand that this news may be disappointed, our lending policies require that we only approve loans that meet certain criteria. Unfortunately, your application did not meet them. The standards. Joseph Miller. Okay, I'm just gonna skip the rest. I get it. I get it. Ah, well, I know what this is. Ooh. I've played, my favourite Myst game is Myst 3 Exile. It has my favourite death in any game, computer game ever, which is just opening the door up and that dude just like bonking you on the head. It's extremely funny. But Riven was a little bit too difficult for me.